Hi there, welcome back to another Crypto Dave video. So today I'm going to be answering a question I received quite a few times via private message and in comments, and that's looking at the different interest rates for the different crypto interest rate providers. So I'm looking at 5 different providers here: BlockFi, Crypto.com, Ledn, Celsius Network and Nexo. And in particular we're going to be looking at the effect of compounding and the rate of compounding, and whether getting daily interest and daily kind of compounded interest or weekly interest makes up for any kind of like reduction in APYs, in percentage rates. So we're going to be looking at both Bitcoin and stablecoins. We're starting here with Bitcoin. Now I've ordered each of these providers by APY. This is annual percentage yield. This is basically the percentage interest rate you'll be earning from each of these different providers. Now I should start by saying this is not financial advice. There are many other things aside from interest rates you should be looking at when comparing these kind of providers, namely, you know, the coins that they support, whether they have apps if you want a mobile-based solution, security first and foremost, and stuff like that. Additional features maybe as well. Now I have done a full comparison between BlockFi, Crypto.com and Celsius Network about a month or two ago, and I may well follow that up in a couple of months with an overview of all 5 of these providers, so a slightly more rounded overview comparing all the different kind of features, not just interest rates. The other thing I should say is that these are all providers that I've actually used personally. I currently have crypto in each of these different providers earning interest. There are other providers out there, but the reason I've chosen these 5 is that they are ones that I'm currently using, and therefore, you know, I have some explicit experience of these different kind of platforms. So ordered by APY, we've got BlockFi here at 6%, Crypto.com 4.5%, 4.1 for Ledn, 4.03 for Celsius and 4% for Nexo. I should mention that the Crypto.com loan is a 3-month lockup. Everything else is a flexible lockup. The reason I chose to go for the 3-month lockup for Crypto.com is that I'm actually going to be looking at this over a 10-year period. So it seemed reasonable that if you were looking to lock crypto out for a long time, then the 3-month lockups would not be something that you were necessarily shying away from. If you wanted them all flexible, Crypto.com's rates are very, very poor for a completely flexible loan. It's 1.5% for Bitcoin currently, I think, 3% for the 1-month lockup, 4.5% for the 3-month lockup. So that's why I went for a 3-month lockup. The additional things to mention is if you own a lot of tokens, so MCO tokens for Crypto.com, Celsius token or Nexo, you can earn higher interest rates, but this is basically the rates that you can expect if you're just putting a solitary Bitcoin into each of these different platforms and you're not buying into the ecosystem or anything like that. And what I was more interested about was I thought BlockFi and Crypto.com, substantially higher interest rates than the other 3, would come out top in terms of a 10-year kind of like return. But I was more interested about these 3 at the bottom. So we got Nexo, Celsius and Ledn, very similar, 0.1% interest rate between them. But the one that pays out the most is being compounded less frequently. So BlockFi and Ledn, we get monthly interest which then compounds up. Celsius we get weekly interest which compounds. Nexo we get daily interest which compounds. Crypto.com actually pays out weekly, but it doesn't compound up. It's simple interest, which means it doesn't go onto the capital of your kind of loan. So we can actually compound it manually ourselves. So every 3 months when our loan period expires, we can take the interest earned, add that to our initial collateral, in this case just 1 Bitcoin for this experiment, and then we can kind of like compound it up, so we can then put that whole amount in for the next 3-month lockup. So it's a 3-monthly compounding really for Crypto.com within the experiment here. But my question here really was, can daily compounding from Nexo overtake, say, Celsius with weekly or Ledn with monthly, even though the rates are slightly higher? And the answer is no. A lot of people have asked me about this compounding, and you know, a lot of people look at it and they're like, well, Nexo compounds daily, it must over time make a big difference. But we can see here a 10-year return. This is 1 Bitcoin, 1.819 for BlockFi, 1.564 for Crypto.com, and then the other 3 are very, very similar, but 1.505, 1.498 and 1.492, so very, very similar between these 2. But even within this, and the fact that Celsius is only paying out 0.03% more than Nexo, the daily interest that you actually receive from Nexo, compounding daily, does not make up that difference in interest rates. So something as low as 0.03, possibly even 0.02% 4% more in interest rate actually more than makes up for that daily compounding. Now maybe if Celsius was paying out every 3 months, we might have a little bit of a kind of turnaround, but as it is, and if you're only interested in interest rates and not interested in additional kind of functionality and security and stuff like that, you can, for all of these different providers, just go by APY. The fact that some pay out daily, weekly and monthly is largely irrelevant. And then jumping on from Bitcoin onto stablecoins. Again, these are ordered by APY. Now we've got crypto.com at the top of the list, 10%, Ledden 8.8%, Celsius Network 8.69%, BlockFi 8.6%, and Nexo 8%. Now, Celsius Network and BlockFi seem to be having a little bit of a fight in terms of rates. So Celsius was below BlockFi and it's just increased it just fractionally above it now. Now Celsius, the fact that it compounds weekly is just an added kind of benefit, but the fact that the rates are slightly higher will basically mean that we're ordered, I think, in terms of our total returns in this kind of order here. The only one here, we have crypto.com at the top, 3 monthly compounding, but substantially more, APY 10% compared to 8.8, the next highest. And Ledden have just recently increased their stablecoin payouts from 7.2 to 8.8, so really nice increase there if you're looking for a stablecoin provider. Ledden, and a one to look at, as well as kind of crypto.com. And then if we look at the actual kind of payouts over 10 years, sorry, this should be one stable coin, not one BTC. 2.68 for crypto.com, 2.40 for Ledden, 2.39 for Celsius, 2.35 for BlockFi, and 2.22 for Nexo. So it literally is in order of what we're kind of earning, rather than anything kind of else. The fact that the compounding frequency is so frequent for Nexo and even for Celsius is so frequent, doesn't manage to kind of push it up above the slightly higher interest rates for Ledden and crypto.com. So I hope that's answered a kind of few questions. If you are purely looking at interest rates, you can probably ignore the compounding frequency until the difference in rates gets down to put a sort of 0.01, 0.02, something like that, because it won't make a massive difference over your 10-year returns or even your kind of yearly returns. So anyway, I hope that's answered the kind of questions that people have asked me. The rates in these tables are accurate as of the 29th of June 2020. Apologies for the beeping in the background. But if you have any questions, let me know in the comments below. I do have links to all these providers, sign-up links, if anybody's interested in signing up to them. As always, make sure you do your own research before putting your crypto in any external kind of third-party exchange, interest rate provider, anything like that. But I do have sign-up links below. They are affiliate links. I think in the majority of cases, if you sign up with one of my links, you get an extra $10, and I normally get an extra $10 or something like that. So it's not crazy amounts, but every little helps. Anyway, thanks very much for watching as always, and hopefully I will see you on the next video. Have a great day. Bye-bye.